Hey guys, how you doing today? It's Barb with Bows on Edge. I appreciate you stopping by. Um, I have a couple stories today, two short stories about people who are abusing and killing their children, which is what we know this channel is all about, is child abuse, sexual abuse, anything that's concerning anything to that is on this channel. That's all you will hear. So the first story that I have is new details have been revealed about accused murderer Chad Doerman's behavior in the moments before he allegedly killed his three sons. Allegedly, the 32-year-old father had returned home from work early on June 16, 2023, the day of the slayings. The defendant obtained a Bible and was walking around the house with it. While walking with the Bible, the defendant was mumbling, "Chad knows what's right." He then allegedly went to the primary bedroom in the home and into his gun safe before his wife told him he was scaring her, she did not like what he was doing, and that she would call his parents, not authorities, but his parents. This is a 32-year-old man. He allegedly told her he was just playing around and kidding with her before laying down in the bedroom. Who plays around with a gun? Due to his behavior, the mother did not want him to be alone, so she and their son went into the bedroom with him. Come on. He takes his gun out and he's waving it around and saying he's just kidding. And your thought is to go back into that room with one of your children. That does not make sense to me. I'm sorry. Shortly after Doerman's alleged murder spree began, after retrieving a rifle from the safe, shooting his son Hunter twice, the boy's sister saw her father chase after one of the children, who made a run for it toward a nearby field. Clayton, 7 years old, shooting him and causing him to fall to the ground. So he shot his 7-year-old child. Doerman then allegedly shot the child in the head at close range. So shooting him in the chest or the back wasn't good enough. You had to walk up to him and shoot him in the head. As this happened, the young girl is said to have ran back inside the home and picked up the youngest boy, Chase, and she allegedly attempted to flee the residence with him. Doerman, however, must have heard the boy crying and began to go after them before allegedly holding the daughter at gunpoint and demanding she put the boy down. So she did, while she reportedly begged Doerman not to shoot her. Doerman allegedly shot at close range, but his gun didn't fire, so the child ran to his mother. The sister, meanwhile, ran to the fire department and told them her father was killing everyone. Doerman is accused of then fatally shooting the third son before laying all three boys in the same area on the side of the home. The documents also claim he told authorities, "I did it. Take me to jail." And then he said, "I shouldn't have done that." They also claim he admitted to having been thinking about shooting his sons since October, and indicated that the thoughts of having to kill his sons was so heavy on him that he hadn't slept for the 3 or 4 days prior to the murder. In March 2024, Doerman formally entered a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity. After doing so, the court also ordered him to undergo a psychiatric examination of the defendant's mental condition at the time of the offenses charged on or before April 26, 2024, while incarcerated in jail. His plea came shortly after the judge in the case ruled Doerman's entire interrogation, which included an alleged confession, which is no longer valid. The judge ruled the accused killer's rights were validated twice following his arrest, once when authorities failed to advise him fully of his Miranda rights before interrogating him again, and they continued to question him after he stated he wanted an attorney. Because of the ruling, Doerman's statements, as well as video and audio of the interrogation, must now be thrown out. So my questions and comments, I've said before, I don't understand why the wife would have taken that child into the room where she knew her husband had a gun out. She knew he wasn't mentally stable at that point. So why would you take your child in there? Okay, I have another story of a mother who kills her 5-year-old child. The mother of a 5-year-old boy in Texas who was allegedly beaten to death in 2021 testified that her then boyfriend regularly abused and tortured the child for various reasons before ultimately killing him. Daniel Garcia is currently being tried on one count of injury to a child resulting in death, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, resulting in serious bodily injury, and altering, destroying, or concealing a human corpse in the slaying of young Dominic Patrick Aguilar. The boy's mother, Nickolle Christina Aguilar, earlier pleaded guilty to one count of injury to a child, causing serious bodily injury by omission, and subsequently sentenced to a maximum of 15 years in a state correctional facility. As part of her plea agreement, Nickolle was required to testify against Garcia. Taking the stand as the first witness, Nickolle discussed the horrifying final weeks of her son's life before his death on July 24th, 2021. Nickolle previously told authorities that Garcia threw Dominic with so much force that the child bounced off the wall and hit the floor, threw up a dark substance, and died a few hours later. Nickolle told the court that she and Garcia, both of whom had a young daughter and young son, met online when they lived in Florida. In 2020, before allegedly moving to Texas, Nickolle said that each parent was initially in charge of disciplining their own child. But when they got to Texas, she said Garcia began disciplining Dominic, saying she wasn't doing enough to keep the boy in line. Asked what Dominic would do that would result in Garcia abusing him, Nickolle explained that it was any number of seemingly innocuous things. Sorry, I hear my outside the door. Oh my goodness. He would answer right away, which he couldn't keep quiet, not eating his food fast enough, and one time he pooped himself. She then explained what kinds of punishment Garcia would dole out. Garcia would make him take really cold showers, spank him, punch him in the butt with closed fists. Speaking about a specific incident before Dominic's death, Nickolle said Garcia punched the child in the face with so much force it left the boy's jaw crooked. He wasn't answering fast enough or eating his food fast enough, and she couldn't remember exactly what happened, but at some point Garcia hit him in the jaw. He punched him in the jaw like how you would sucker punch someone with a closed fist. The couple with their kids were at an extended stay hotel on July 24th, 2022, when Garcia allegedly threw Dominic into a wall, which is when the boy suffered the fatal injury. Dominic began vomiting what investigators described as a dark substance before he died a few hours later. Authorities said surveillance footage from the hotel showed Garcia carrying Dominic's lifeless body to the car. Nickolle testified that instead of calling 911, they drove to Colorado and they camped in a remote area before burying Dominic. His body was later recovered in a ravine near the campsite. During cross-examination, Garcia's attorneys blamed Nickolle for Dominic's death, highlighting text messages to Garcia in which she said had failed as a mother. If convicted, Garcia faces up to life in prison. So, questions, comments? My comment is the mother knew he was being abused. Why did she not step in? I mean, was she being held against her will 24 hours a day that she couldn't make a 911 call or try and escape with this child? What about the daughter that this guy had? Was she being abused in any sort of way, or was it just this woman's son? What did he have against the boy that he felt the need to do what he did? What about her family and friends? Did they not notice anything going on? Um, I don't know. I don't get it, people. Leave your comments and questions down below about this story, or comments about any future stories you would like to hear about. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button for me and that notification bell so you know the next time I upload a video. And if you would, please consider subscribing to my channel so I can continue to grow. Until next time, peace.